Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another breakdown. I'm going to be breaking down this upcoming UFC Vegas 108 card in the Apex. We got new main event on this card now. We got Taira taking on Hyun Park, one of the best prospects from South Korea at flyweight. The matchup on this card was obviously supposed to be Amir Abazi taking on Taira, but Abazi is dealing with some injuries right now. I know he had neck surgery over a year ago before that Moreno fight, so maybe he's still dealing with some issues from that. This card's pretty good. I like this replacement. I do like Hyun Park at 125. He's a pretty good up and coming prospect. Obviously, a huge jump up for Hyun Park. But he was supposed to fight Steve Ursi, I believe, next week. So like now he's taking on Taira. So like the matchup obviously stylistically it's a different matchup for Hyun Park. He was supposed to fight a striker in Steve Ursi. Now he's fighting a grappler in Taira. So we'll see how that goes for Hyun Park this weekend. In the co-main, we got Rębecki taking on Chris Duncan at 155 pounds. Duncan's been looking really good right now, getting finish after finish, training at American Top Team with Gamera, with Dustin Poirier and those guys. And this should be a good matchup here against Rębecki. We also have Estevam Ribovics versus always Brener at 155 pounds. So we have some back-to-back 155-pound bangers on this main card. That should be a really good matchup there. Also, we got Rosa versus Cornolle, Neil Magny taking on Vallejos. I think both Neil Magny and Vallejos are both washed at this point. So we're gonna find out who's more washed at this point. They're both pushing 40 years old. So we'll see who looks worse in that matchup. We got Silva versus Kevin Vallejos. Kevin Vallejos only lost once, and it was to John Silva, who's fighting Lopez on that UFC Noche card, I believe. Klein taking on Pulyaev. Both these guys had a tough debut in the UFC. Pulyaev took on Christian Leroy Duncan. Klein took on Mansour Abdul Malik. And this should be a good matchup for both of them. We got Nakamura versus Nathan Fletcher. That should be a good matchup there. Vieira taking on Gore. Should be a banger. Also, Felipe Bunes versus Estevam. Peter Rodriguez versus Souza. All right, let's do the breakdown, guys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. We're really close to hitting 3,500 subscribers. I cover LFA. I cover UFC. I also cover PFL on this card every week. On my channel. And if you guys do watch a lot of MMA content, you should subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And let's do the breakdown now. We got Peter Rodriguez versus Souza. I'm gonna go with Peter Rodriguez here. I think he's gonna have the better game plan in this matchup. Souza's got power, so he hits hard, and she can wrestle a little bit. She's got some okay jiu-jitsu, but the more I think about it, I just think Peter is a lot better than Souza in all areas of the game. So my pick's going to be Peter Rodriguez by 29-28 decision. I think he's going to just do more overall when the grappling changes. Let's see what the odds are. Peter Rodriguez minus 190. Souza plus 165. I'm going to go with Peter Rodriguez to win. I do think he wins pretty comfortably. Next fight on the card, we got Felipe Bunes versus Estevam. Estevam. I got to go with Estevam here. As much as I want to take a dog shot on Felipe Bunes, I just think stylistically, like, he's fighting someone that's gonna have the better wrestling than Felipe Bunes, and then him. And Esteban's like he gets a lot of takedowns in his fights. I believe he got like how many times? I think he got like over like 10 takedowns over Aguilar, like 6-7 takedowns on Charles Johnson, or like something crazy like that. The guy's getting a lot of takedowns, and he can also strike well. He's got nasty ground and pound. I think Esteban's gonna win by decision. I think it goes over 2.5 rounds. Felipe Bunes is tough. He has been finished before, but guys that are finishing him are pretty high level. Joshua fighting for the title next against Pantoja. Jossier for Migo. I'm sure you guys probably remember Jossier for Migo from the UFC. Give me Estevam to win the first rounds, and I'll wrestle him early, and then things could get kind of scary in the third round, like they normally do with Estevam. But I think he's tough enough to stay safe in the third round, just kind of cruise. So that's gonna be my pick. Estevam by decision is gonna be my pick. Minus 460 for Estevam. He should win. Definitely should win this one. Over 2.5 rounds, minus 150. I think it goes over 2.5 rounds. Next fight on the card, we got Rodolfo Vieira versus Gore. Now, we all know Rodolfo Vieira is one of the better Brazilian BJJ world champions in the UFC. We had a BJJ world champion losing to Bunes last week, which is just so fucking terrible. He looks so terrible in his debut. Marcus Buchecha. So, like, I'm just gonna fade Rodolfo Vieira just on that fact alone. Obviously, like, can he go out there, submit Trajan Gore early, take his back? I'll wrestle him maybe, but maybe you can get a takedown and submit him early. But the more I think about it, I do think Trajan Gore he's pretty strong early. Like, I don't think he's getting bodied early in the first round by Vieira. I'm gonna go Trajan Gore by a second on TKO. I think either way this fight's gonna go under 1.5 rounds. I think it goes under 2.5 rounds too. Vieira minus 225. Gore plus 190. I actually like Gore as underdog here. I like the chances over here. He looked okay in that Tulio fight early. He was catching Tulio on the feed. I just like Tulio's a lot better than Vieira. Much better in overall in his MMA game. Fight doesn't go to distance minus 215. Under 2.5 rounds minus 110. Is that right? Under 1.5 rounds minus 110. The fight ends inside the distance minus 210. That's crazy. What? Okay, that's not correct. Yeah, that's got to be under 1.5 rounds. I was like, what? I was like, there's no way. There's no way the fight goes this is minus 200 and the under 2.5 rounds is minus 110. It's definitely under 1.5 rounds. I think it could go under 1.5 rounds. Vieira could sub him early. Gore could knock him out also. I think it could go. I think it goes under 1.5 rounds. I like the under 1.5 rounds here. Next fight on the card, we got Nakamura versus Nathan Fletcher. Man, I want to pick Nathan Fletcher here. He should be on a 4 or 5 win streak right now. I do think he beat Colin Lofrain, but it was close. I mean, they gave it to Lofrain because he was able to kind of clinch him, hold him the clinch, down some pitter knees. Really didn't do much. Fletcher had more submission attempts. I mean, and he had better striking moments in that fight. Man, I want to go with Fletcher here. Like, Nakamura is good. He's good at what he does, and that's wrestling. He could take him down. He's probably got more power on the feet. Hits harder than Fletcher. I'm gonna go with Fletcher. I'm gonna take the dog shot on Fletcher. I think plus these odds are pretty wide. Plus 298 for Fletcher. Give me Nathan Fletcher to win by decision. Next fight on the card, we got Nick Klein versus Andre Pulyaev. Is this the next matchup? Okay, this is the next matchup at 185 pounds. I'm going to go with Andre Pulyaev. He lost to CLD, which is not an easy matchup for him. CLD's a slick striker from the outside. He was kind of just able to pick him apart with those low kicks, those body kicks. Before that, he beat a wrestler in Anderson who's similar to Nick Klein. Nick Klein has a lot of early finishing upside here. He's got nasty jiu-jitsu, and he can body you in the first round. He will take you down to the mat. But the more I think about it, I think Pulyaev has decent enough takedown defense to stuff takedowns and kind of piece up Nick Klein. Does he knock him out? Probably not. I'm going to go Pulyaev on the scorecards. I think Pulyaev can pull this one off. Pulyaev right now is minus 150. Over 1.5 rounds, minus 195. Fight goes the distance, plus 140. I think this one could go the distance if Pulyaev wins. And I'm picking Pulyaev to win. Next fight on the card, we got Danny Silva versus Kevin Vallejos. Man, I gotta go with Kevin Vallejos here. Like, I gotta bet on Danny Silva plus 355, but the pick has to be Kevin Vallejos because I do think he wins this fight more often than Danny Silva. He's got pretty good boxing. He's tough as nails. Really good cardio. A lot of KO power from Kevin Vallejos. I believe he's finished everyone. In his last 4 fights, he finished everyone. He's got submission upside also. Like finished this guy by KO. Finished Cam Teague by KO. Who's actually getting another opportunity on Contender Series this year, I believe. And finished Sungwoo Choi by KO, obviously. But Sungwoo Choi doesn't have a chin. I do think Danny Silva is going to have some moments in this fight, but I just think Kevin Vallejos' boxing is a lot better than Silva overall. Silva's going to have to mix it up or stay on the outside, kind of like kickbox his way. I think Kevin Vallejos is going to win. Like, my pick has to be Vallejos, but the line, like, underdog, there's some value on the underdog, Danny Silva, at these odds. Plus 430 for Kevin Vallejos. Yeah, this line, I mean, I think Danny Silva plus 300, man. Like, you got to place, like, it's dog or pass. I mean, I don't say this often, but it's dog or pass at this line. Over 2.5 rounds plus 125. I think it could go over 2.5 rounds. Silva's shown that he's got a pretty good chin on him. Silva by decision plus 5. Just take the money line if you're gonna bet on Silva. Don't play with the props. I don't think he's finished. I don't think he's finishing Kevin Vallejos. It's like maybe Silva by like a split or something like that. Vallejos by KO plus minus 115. Can he knock him out? I mean, he could knock him out because Silva is there to be hit. So he's gonna find his shin. I'll go KO. I'll go Kevin Vallejos by KO. The more I think about it, I think he probably does find that chin and puts him down. Next fight on the card, we got Magny versus Vallejos Zaleski. Man, Magny's only been losing to guys that are like top elite. Carlos Prates, top 15. Michael Morales, top 10. Ian Gary, top 5 now. Like, all the guys that Magny's losing to are like top level guys. Zaleski losing to Cheating Duquani, who's like okay. I mean, like he was looking pretty good before he lost to Jake Matthews recently at 170 pounds. Beat Jack Scroggins, was like, I don't know. I don't think Jack Scroggins is UFC level, but obviously they didn't do many favors with that matchup in his debut. I believe Scroggins took that fight on short notice also, by the way. Randy Brown, he did have some moments in that fight. I believe he won the second out over Randy Brown by taking him down, taking his back, and almost locking in that submission on Brown. And then he beat Abubakar Nurmagomedov. I do think Zaleski's striking is probably better. Like, he's got better boxing than Magny. Magny's got some pretty good clinch work, and he's like an opportunist submission grappler. Like, if he sees that you're hurt, you're tired, that's when Magny can take over, right? That's what he did to Mike Malott in the late third round there. Just kind of put it on him when you see Mike Malott get gas out. I mean, beat Phil Rowe. That was a close fight against Phil Rowe, but Phil Rowe is not completely dog shit. Beat Daniel Rodriguez. Yeah, that's what he did. He like Rodriguez, I think, was winning the early 2 rounds. Then he kind of got tired in the third round, like he normally does, and he got choked out by Magny. Does he choke out Zaleski? I don't know if he does. I don't know if he does choke him out. He's never been subbed in UFC by anyone. Man, who am I gonna go with here? Man, I don't really know. This one's a tough one. This one's definitely a tough one. Like, I want to go with Magny here because he's only been losing to guys that are like top 10, top 15. Prates, Gary, and he lost to Michael Morales. All those guys would beat Zaleski, like, no doubt about that. I have zero doubt that all those guys beat Zaleski. I'm gonna take the dog shot on Magny. I'll take Magny. I can see Zaleski winning. I mean, I can understand why he's a favorite. Like, the line is kind of wide though, 2-1. He's 30. He's coming off a KO loss just a few months ago. A few months back. I mean, like 4 months back. Not that Magny has a lot of power on the feet. He doesn't have any power. Like, to think about it more. Like, he doesn't have any power on the feet. He's gonna have to hurt him with an elbow or something. Like, it's not that likely. I want to pick Magny here. Oh my god. I don't know if he's gonna choke him out. It's probably gonna be like close fight. Oh my god, what? Oh, this one's tough. This one's so tough. I'll take Magny as underdog. I don't know. Normally I never pick Magny, but I'll pick Magny here. Next fight on the card, we got Rosa versus Nora Cornolle. What are we doing here, man? What are we doing here? Like, Rosa is like win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win one, lose one. Cornolle's been looking pretty good right now. Like, she lost to Jacqueline Cavalcante, who's actually got a bright future at this weight class. And one of the better kickboxers at this weight class right now, in my opinion. She beat Haley Cobb. She's been missing weight. She missed weight for that fight. She missed weight for this Mullins fight. She probably is going to miss weight for this fight also. She beat Jocelyn Edwards, which is impressive, but that was a bit of a robbery. I remember in Paris, France. Oh my god. What are we doing? What are we doing, UFC? What are we doing? Rosa should be the better striker. Like, she got outstruck by Eileen Perez. Like, Eileen Perez striking isn't all that good either. I'll take the underdog, Nora Cornolle. Plus 140 underdog, Nora Cornolle. I'll pick Nora Cornolle to win. She's 35 years old. Her time is now. I don't think Rosa's taking her down. So, like, she's going to have to, like, outstrike her, land more damage on the feet, which she probably could do because Cornolle is kind of sloppy on the feet. I'll take the underdog, Nora Cornolle. Nora Cornolle right now is, what the hell is she? Plus 146. The opener at plus 330. That is kind of crazy. Over 2.5 rounds, like, Rosa's never, like, her fights always go the distance. Always go the distance. This one's probably going to go the distance too. Fight ends by split, a majority distance. I actually like that prop. I think it's probably going to be close. Rosa wins by split, plus 550. I mean, what the Cornolle wins by a split, plus 750. Honestly, like, I'm going to pick her by a split decision for Nora Cornolle. Next fight on the card, we got Ribovics versus Brener. And I wanted to pick Brener. He lost to Merktebeck Earlby, lost to Joe Alvarez. Like, those losses are not bad at all. Like, I think both those guys beat Ribovics too. They would both beat Ribovics at this point right now. Like, which way am I going to go on this one? Ribovics should be the better striker than Brener. He should be a lot cleaner. His technique is a lot crisper than Brener. More technical than Brener. He is hittable though. Like, his striking defense ain't really that great either. Like, Brener doesn't have good striking defense, but neither does Ribovics either. I am gonna go with Ribovics here. I am gonna go with Ribovics. Him going tick for tack with Joe Huber doesn't look good anymore, obviously. But I'm gonna go with Ribovics. I think Ribovics should win. He should be the better striker with better technique, more volume on the feet. His cardio is okay. He doesn't slow down all that much. Brener could catch him maybe with something crazy. Like, he's definitely got power. He also can grapple. So Brener, his game plan should be to, like, take him down, mix in the grappling over Ribovics, maybe look for a submission on the ground. It could be live for a submission, Brener here. But my pick's going to be Ribovics. I do think if he does defend takedowns, if there are any takedown attempts from Brener, he should be able to piece up Brener on the feed. I'm going to go with Ribovics on this one. Next fight on the card, we got Matus Rębecki taking on Chris Duncan. Man, Duncan's been one of these guys. He's only like, he's what, like 5-1 in the UFC now? Like, he's 4-1 in the UFC now, 4-1. Beat Jordan Wasenik by submission. He wasn't really looking good on the feed before that moment and before he caught him in submission. I don't know why Wasenik even shot that takedown there. That was kind of like negative fight IQ from Wasenik. Then Balazioki right there. Both these guys are like beating him up on the feet. Then they shoot a takedown after, like, for no reason at all. And then they run into that guillotine. Back-to-back guillotines from Duncan. Lost to Manuel Torres. He did kind of rock Manuel Torres early. Like, he's definitely got power on the feet. Knocked out Charlie Campbell. I don't know, why haven't we seen Charlie Campbell? Like, is he scheduled to fight someone? He was supposed to fight Rufi back in November, and we haven't seen him since then. I don't know what's going on with Charlie Campbell. So, like, he's actually 5-1 in the UFC. One win on a contender series. Like, Campbell almost knocked him out. He almost knocked him out. And Duncan came back and knocked him out after. Like, it's crazy. Porsche knocked him out back in 2021. I was like, he got dropped a lot there. Like, my mind like tells me that Rębecki should win. He should be better in the grappling and the wrestling, and he should be better in the striking. I definitely think he's the better striker with more power on the feet than Duncan. His technique is a lot crisper than Duncan. Is he more durable? Also think he's more durable than Duncan. So Duncan's gonna have to like catch him in something like a guillotine maybe again. Is he gonna get 3 guillotines in a row? Is that gonna happen for Duncan here? 3 guillotines in a row over like, it's one thing like finding some guillotines over Vasenik, who's known for his grappling, but a Cage Warriors guy, and those Cage Warrior guys haven't really been doing well in the UFC other than maybe Ian Gary. Balazioki like caught him in a submission, put him to sleep. So Rębecki's gonna have to careful. He's gonna have to be careful here. Man, Merkin top team guys normally look pretty good, but my pick's gonna be Rębecki by KO. I do think Rębecki is gonna knock him out. He should knock him out. Rębecki, those low kicks should be a problem for Duncan from Rębecki. He's gonna chop his base away and then probably knock him out. Second on KO for Rębecki here for me. Rębecki minus 200. I do think Rębecki should win, man. Fight doesn't go the distance. Minus 210. I think this fight doesn't go the distance. I like that. I like that fight doesn't go the distance a lot. Rębecki by KO. What's Rębecki by KO? No, I cannot find it. Okay. What's Rębecki by second on KO? Is there no KO props in Rębecki? Duncan ITD plus 290. Duncan by decision plus 525. Duncan by submission plus 800. I mean, he's gonna have to catch him. Like, that might be worth playing the submission prop because he's gotten so many submissions in the UFC. I think Rębecki should win. He should be better than Duncan in the striking though. All right, main event time, guys. Make sure you guys like, subscribe if you guys enjoy these breakdowns. We got Tatsuro Taira taking on Hudson Park. I gotta go Tatsuro Taira, man. He's on full camp here. Like, obviously Park was preparing for Steve Versa next week. Now he's taking Tatsuro Taira. He's going from fighting a striker and Arsen to now fighting a grappler and Tatsuro Taira. Taira could still be 17-0, right? Like, obviously I do think Brener he won that fight wouldn't say clearly, it was close, but he should have won that fight 48-47, like, unanimously. Man, that was a war. That was a crazy war, back and forth war in the 5-round main event. One of the best fights I've seen, 125 pounds in a while. Or maybe other than Joshua Van versus Royval. So, like, Royval fights are crazy. I gotta go Tatsuro Taira here. Not that I'm not high on Hudson Park. If this line opens up crazy, it might be worth taking Hudson Park because he can grapple. He can also strike on the feet. He's probably gonna be the better technical striker than Tatsuro Taira. I don't know if he has the same power as Tatsuro Taira, but like, Hudson Park is not a bad fighter. He's undefeated, 10-0. But this is a massive step up for Hudson Park. I gotta go with Taira. I think Taira should win. Taira right now, there's no betting lines for this. I'm sure Taira should be. He's gonna be the favorite. He should be the favorite here. So there you guys go, man. That's my full card breakdown for UFC Vegas 108. We got Taira. We're picking Taira in the main event. I'm picking Matus Rębecki, Estevam, Ribovics, Nora Cornolle, Neil Magny, Kevin Vallejos, Andre Pulyaev, Nate Fletcher. I'm picking Gore, Rafael Estevam, and Peter Rodriguez on that first fight. So there you guys go. Let me know what you guys think about the picks. If you guys agree, disagree with my predictions on this card. And hopefully we all do well on this card. I'll see you guys on Friday and Saturday. I'll be live for that PFL card on Friday. I'm going to be live for this UFC card on Saturday. So I'll see you guys then. And good luck on this card. Hopefully you guys all make money. Later, guys. Take it easy.